is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We are back at it again. We just came back from the Lone Star Open 40k Champs event out in Texas. It was our second time going. Actually, it was me and Kevo last year. This year, we brought two other Dirtbags with us, so it was cool. If you guys are going to go to Texas, this is one of the best FLG events to go to. I know they have a Texas circuit out there, but FLG runs a great tournament. And this one we're going to keep coming back out to every year because it's so fun to meet the people and represent the troops. It's got all the branches there. They all hang out, talk, go over some stories. And it's just the guys that are there are just your definition of like a chill, cool 40K dirtbag, right? So that's kind of like how me and Kevo click so well. And when you guys have everybody in one room playing the same tournament, it's just such a cool vibe. So if I can't recommend it enough, I definitely would check out Lone Star Open if you can next year out in Texas. So this year, we won it last year. This year, we went 6-0 with our Death Guard. Kind of a crazy meta right now. I have to admit that Death Guard, Chaos Knights, Imperial Knights are just kind of top everywhere. And this just goes to show when we were there was about a 20% showing of Death Guard. And of course, I'm one of them, so I can't say anything about it. But I did have Death Guard since I was 16, so I didn't kind of jump on the bandwagon. Obviously, we got the merch going. But yeah, so we're going to go over this video first. This is going to be a list review video of what we did, what lists we brought to LSO, how we went 6-0, stuff like that. And then I'm going to break it up like I do every other GT into each individual match. So we're going to go over first through 6 because we didn't have any stream games this time. So it's actually going to be 6 full videos. The other tournaments, we had some streams going, so I didn't really have to make a video on them. But with this one, we go over picture by picture, turn by turn, what we did good, what we could have done better, and all that stuff. Every single game I had this time was against a really, really, really good opponent. Every single time we could have lost in every single game. Sometimes when you go to GT, you play some newer players and you kind of like coach them throughout the entire thing. But no, every single game I played out of all 6 were, holy shit, I could lose this game. So I can't wait to talk about each game in this in the next coming videos. But I really want to talk about this video because it really gives detail on why I bring what I bring and kind of like how I make a list in my head. And then I put it on a piece of paper and then test it and then tweak it and then kind of make an actual list that's going to be good in the competitive scene. So that's what this whole video is going to be about. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments below so that way we get to it. And if you guys want to head over to Discord, there's a really cool Discord for the Dirtbags. Everybody is super friendly. They help each other out. No dicks. If there are dicks, you get banned. There's no point. And then if you guys want to support us over at patreon.com, I wouldn't be doing this without my Patreons. We actually got to hang out with a bunch of cool fucking Patreons at LSO. So a bunch of Grandmasters there, a bunch of competitive Dirtbags. A lot of people came up to us. It was a really, really cool time. And it's good to see you guys live in person. And you kind of see like how I am naturally. I mean, I am this way naturally in person, kind of chill, like drinking beers and playing 40k. When you see like some other 40k channels, they're not the same in person as they are in 40k. I was told by one of my dirtbags that's how it is. But it was super fun, great weekend. And if you guys want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com. All these videos go ahead of time on patreon.com first. And there's some extra key stuff you can't get anywhere else, only on patreon.com. We do Grandmaster TTS games as well and Grandmaster coaching 101. If you guys are competitive, we get list reviews, ideas, tactics, and unlimited list oversight. Anytime you guys need. So let's get into the sponsors real quick. Rexar Lasers is stepping up. They are going above and beyond with even more merch. We're talking about getting a Rexar Lasers link on their website. It's only going to be the Dirtbag stuff. So we're working on that with them. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to get the shirts, hats, there are new images up on the merch store. So go check that out. But quick sponsor, and we'll be back to the list. Alright guys, if you want to support the channel, head over to the merch store. The description below has the link. All these shirts are up for sale. These legit red, white, and blue shirts look fire at a GT. They're super comfortable, super non shrinkage. It's just a really, really nice shirt. Spent a lot of time picking out the right shirt. All these designs are up for sale, all the stickers as well. And if you guys need some models, we got the Cypher, which is legit. We got the Tech Marine with Grey Knight bits. We have the Phobos Librarian, the Phobos Captain, the Calidus Assassin should be in every list, and old school Codiez. We have the widgets, 6-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, 2-inch, half-inch. We have our objective markers, which are great for sticky objectives, any marking for oath, anything like that, and all of the stickers. So hit me up on Discord, DM, that's how you get a hold of these, and the merch tab below for the shirts. Now back to the video. All right, so the top 5 players were 6-0. It was like a 300+ person event. It was kind of insane in a 2-day, 6-game event. So with only 6 games and that many people, you're going to have a ton of people that are undefeated. So the first one who won it, congrats, Junior, Death Guard. He won first place. Number 2, Oscar, who actually played our boy Brian in one of the games. He took second with Death Guard. Then we have a Chaos Space Marine player, which there was a thing with this game. He actually brought a Hellbrute that wasn't in his list, and he played all 6 games with that extra Hellbrute. I think he commented online about his mistake and felt like an idiot, yada yada. I don't know. Everybody was saying it was sentiment. I don't know the guy. I can't say anything about it, but it's kind of, it sucks, like bringing an entire 130 point, really, really good Hellbrute in a Pack-Bound Zealot list, not realizing it. And also making the list not with the Hellbrute in it, that kind of sucked too. So I think he got DQ'd, all his points went away, and I don't know if he's getting any ITC points, which I don't think he is, which technically mean we were 4th place, right? But no, 4th place was Necrons with Justin Moore, and then we came to 5th place. And how they rank it, guys, is based off of strength of schedule. So this guy, 69% strength of schedule, which is pretty good. Oscar had a 64. James, doesn't matter, sorry, 63, 62, and then we had a 56. So like I said, when I was playing all my guys, I was like, every guy I was playing could have been really fucking good. Like, it was a really close game every single time, which is nuts. But then the guy we beat on game 6, that was our last game, he was the number 1 Death Guard player. He was at 73% win ratio. It was insane. Funny story, I'll get to that when we get to the video. But yeah, so we came up in 5th place at the Lone Star Open. We won it last year with our Chaos Cult. This year we're trying to bring it back, going back to back at Lone Star Open. But we still went 6-0 with our Death Guard, so I can't wait to talk about this. All right, gents, game 4, day 2, starting it off. We are going against Guard. This is a pretty standard hammered list. We've played it a ton of times before, thanks to Jack. So Jack has been running Guard with the hammer, with the Dorns, and we kind of like have been playing Death Guard against that for a while. So we're confident going into it, knowing what we had to kill and what we had to ignore. So Dorns are a bitch. In this game, we're going to go over how busted the Death Guard was into a Dorn. So that's going to be fun to talk about. But I love it. He's doing old school. He's writing it down just like I used to do at all my GTs until I got the tablet. Then I was able to track it manually. But this game, we were playing Linchpin. Guard actually went first this game, which is the first time out of 4 games. I'm going second. So with Linchpin, it's pretty standard. You want to hold your home field, and then you get 5 points for each objective you hold in no man's land. His list is the Dorn Commander with the other Dorn Commander. He's got a bunch of Guard, just basic guardsmen in the back for the objectives. He's got 2 units of Ogren with the shields. They're super tanky, super hard to kill. He's got a bunch of Sentinels. I love the Sentinels in his list. He's got 2 of the Tech Priests that give a 4-up invuln save to tanks. Of course, he's got the Gaunt's Ghosts. They're amazing. He's got 2 of the Battle Cannon tanks, destructive tanks, and then 2 of the Flame 2-up save tanks, transport tanks. I don't know if they're transport. They might just be tanks. And let's go over and look at this freaking tank. This is so cool. He painted this all himself. Got a freaking Tyranid head. This guy is Legends, so he put him on the tank, magnetize him so he can take him on and off. Yeah, so really, really cool looking tanks. I had to take a picture of them and show them off. and I believe that was his whole list. So he had a 2-unit man of the 2-up invuln, or 2-up save sentinels. He had 2 of the chainsword sentinels. He had the assassin. I forgot the assassin. So the assassin is pretty niche in his list. It's pretty cool. Like, you basically just start in the center, and then if you go first, you go scout 9, and then you just throw them at like a character or whatever you want to kill turn 1. So I really like that in the guard list. And then he had the infiltrating gaunts ghosts up there that have the uppy downy. But that's his deployment. It's, like I said, it's pretty standard. You can't really fit a Dorn going through here. You can only put a Dorn's like weapon on the other side and shoot that way. So you don't want to tie yourself down to just having a Dorn sit there. So you want to have a Dorn like there and there. Days 2 deployment is layout 1, and I believe it was search and destroy. So each day had the same layout and the same terrain setup. So it was easier for you and your opponent setting everything up. So for us, we had the 9 inches in the center. I had a couple infiltrating. He had a couple infiltrating. I had my scouts right there on the line to go forward in that little triangle. That is really the name of the game in this deployment, is hold the triangle for your advancement and launching out point, and kind of try and stay out of line of sight. We had Morty here deployed right behind the line. He's going to basically run up there turn 1. We have the bloat drone and bloat drone starting on the table because he has all of his stuff starting on the table, so I kind of need to have something to shoot him back with. We have the same deployment with our Poxwalkers in the back here, 1 infiltrating, 2 infiltrating, and then our Rhino could have been here, but I wanted him here so that way he can like run up behind here and try and defend this this objective in the top here, because he's got a ton of like line of sight going this way, so I can't really run this way like I normally do. If he didn't have like a bunch of, if I wasn't going against guard, I would basically run my Rhino like diagonal and then up this way, or put him behind Morty right here, so that way they can just run right through here into that little pocket, and then have my Plague Marines get ready for turn 2. But in this situation, he's got a lot of shooting, so I have to make sure that my Rhino doesn't get popped turn 1, and I can put him in a defensive position so that way on turn 2, I can move up and threaten this objective as fast as possible. So, like I said, guard goes first, and this player was very, very aggressive. So I was super cautious, super worried turn 1 after his movement phase, because this is his deployment and this is his turn 1. Like, what the fuck? So let me fix this for you. Like, look at this aggression on turn 1. His turn 1 things is extend and sabotage. So pretty good turn 1. You can sabotage pretty easily in this ruin, and then extend, you just have to hold this point in your home field, so you get that pretty easily. His 1 Dorn didn't move. I'm not sure if he wanted him there or to move him up here. I think he should have like advanced him over to here, because I don't really have any shooting, so the Dorns don't really have anything to worry about. So you can be really aggressive with the Dorns. You just have to worry about when I come down to charge you on turn 2, and that's kind of what the Ogrims are for, is to push out my charging, so that way I can't really get to you on turn 2. And the Sentinels are really, really good in guard right now. So his aggression, he pushed up this tank all the way onto the objective. I had my Poxwalkers, which were right there, and my spawn right there. When he moved up his thing, I moved my Poxes. No, I didn't get to move anything. So he moves up everything. The freaking assassin auto 6s. So he goes from there, scouts 9, auto 6s to here. And his goal is to kind of charge into my Poxes, but they're 1 inch away from the wall. So that charge, he has to land on the other side of the wall, either over here or up there. So we think he needs a 7 or an 8, which he fails, and he doesn't re-roll it. So the assassin kind of sucks, but he kind of lost out on the assassin on turn 1, which is really sucks. I really wanted him to like do something, because then I could like say, hey, let's run the assassin. But the assassin whiffed on turn 1. This guy flamered a couple of the spawn. I think he flamed the spawn and didn't really do a lot of the damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. Or he flamered these guys, rolled like shit, and I had 2 dead Poxes. So 2 Poxes died from the flamer, which is pretty bad. Sentinels moved up. Battle cannons advanced up, Ogren advanced up, these guys advanced up, this one advanced up, Sentinel scouted up, Dorn moved up, these guys stayed where they were and did the action. And everything else kind of blocked out the backfield. So that was his turn 1, really aggressive. Our turn 1, oh, look at this fucker. So this fucker scouts up and then advances up just to kind of like block me really in my deployment zone. He might have charged. I don't think he charged anything. He just basically advanced up just to block my movement. So I had to move up Morty. So he moves up 10 from here to over there. My Demon Prince scooches up, stays within 3 inches of the Poxwalkers, so that way he can keep Lone up. My one bloat drone went up to here in the ruin, and he couldn't see over this wall because of the height of the drone and the wall. So he has the line of sight going straight down this way into the tank right here. So he can get some pot shots off in the tank that way. This one moved up there to get some pot shots off in the tank that way. And everything else kind of like scooted up a little bit. Like I said before, the Rhino moved up from here to there. These guys then got out to try and help and kill this assassin, because if the assassin lives, not good. We get secure no man's land and area denial. So secure, we have to control the center, which he wasn't able to get an Ogren on the center, so we put just one Poxwalker on the center. And then the other one, we had to put more bodies over here. So I think we put like 4 or 5 Poxes on this side, so that way we can take over this one, take over that one, and just kind of like wait to see what happens on turn 2. So we kill the Sentinel here. We shoot, I think, everything from Morty into the tank. The Demon Prince charges the Sentinel, finishes off the center. The spawn, I hold the spawn off because the spawn have to live to get my contagion out next turn. So I know that these guys are probably going to die. So I think I used them to charge the Sentinels. I wanted to charge these tanks, but they were too far. So I move up, charge the Sentinels, stay out of 6 inches heroic from these guys, and then I keep one guy on the point just so that way I can control the center. So then after his turn 2, this is all that's left. So, oh god, such a huge turnaround. Okay, so basically I messed up a lot on this turn 2. And he went after, I think he went after Morty. Where was Morty? So the tanks moved up. He got shots off. Okay, so this is what happened. This guy lived on 1 wound. And after me shooting that one tank over here, this guy lived on 1 wound. So we killed the assassin. And then this tank lived on 1 wound after a bunch of shots from Morty, the Plague Marines shooting there, the Blade Launcher. So everything shot there, took it down to 1 wound. So in my turn, I killed the assassin and took this guy down to 1 wound. On his turn, he shot and cleared out the Poxes here. I reactive moved my spawn back here, so I had 1 spawn there, 1 spawn there, so he wasn't able to kill my spawn. I think I had 1 spawn alive with 2 wounds, so the spawn lived. He shot and took this drone down in the cover down to 1, so this drone lived on 1, and then he put a bunch of shots into Mortarion with his battle cannons. So he rushed up his battle cannons from here. He had 1 battle cannon here, the other battle cannon was up here. So right now he has a tank, the 2-up safe tank here, a battle cannon tank here, a battle cannon tank here. The 2 Sentinels are still alive here. And I believe that's all he has on this side. And the Gaunt's Ghost went up and went back down, and they came down up there, I believe, to do an action. And then on this side, he had the 3 Ogren in the center. He still has this whole side that's not really touched. I am basically giving up this side right now. I'm trying to fight for this side. He has this side pretty much down. So that's what he did in his turn 2. So his turn 2, he had cleanse and no prisoners. So he cleansed and then cleansed with the Ogren, and then no prisoners. He's just got to kill some stuff. So he kills 2 no prisoner targets, which is the Poxwalkers, and I believe, what else did he kill? Poxwalkers, and the spawn on the Overwatch. So he kills the spawn when the spawn came out, killed the spawn. And then we brought our guys down. So on turn 2, we brought down our Death Shroud to be outside 6 inches of this tank. And then I wanted to use that tank as my charge to then pile into his battle tank over here to kind of slingshot and kill the battle tank. Where I messed up was I forgot about Morty's end of the movement phase. I get to do mortal wounds. So this tank only has 1 wound left. So I committed Morty. So Morty basically moves up to right about here. And he has a 7-inch charge to this tank right here. So I measured it out from like right here, moves up 10 to here. To get to the tank, I was within 8, so I needed a 7-inch charge. But after my movement phase, I then do a mortal wound to this tank, really by accident, I just forgot, but I have to do it. And then I blow up the tank. So these guys are like outside 9 inches of, outside 9 inches of this tank. So I couldn't get a 6-inch charge onto this tank. So my idea is like, fuck, I have to now try and blow this tank up with shooting, grenades, charging, all that stuff. So I'm relying on Morty to kill this tank in the charge phase. And I have to really kill this battle tank in my turn to really survive the clapback with all of his guns. So we commit the Plague Marines. They get out of the Rhino. They're the ones that are going to like shoot and charge this one. These guys get out of the Rhino, and again, they shoot into this tank. These guys put some random flamer shots into there. The Rhino moves up, puts some shots into it. He charges the tank. Tank shock, finishes off the tank with 1 wound. So the tank dies with a tank shock. This guy, I had to kill one of the Sentinels to get by him, really. So I killed 1 Sentinel. The other Sentinel's alive on 4. Morty makes his charge onto this battle tank and kills it in the melee phase. And then once he kills it, he piles in 4 into the Gaunt's Ghosts. So now I tied down the Gaunt's Ghosts, so now they're stuck on the table, so they can't go up and down. That's kind of like the whole goal with the Gaunt's Ghosts, is they're not going to kill you in combat. So I have to keep them on the table so that way they can't do secondaries. But again, these guys, 260 points, just sit in the back, not really do anything. So I have to now advance them kind of like 3 turns across the table because I messed up with the deep strike with these guys. They should have deep struck here and then charged into this tank and then piled into the tank up there. So these guys failed their charge into this guy, so this guy lives. They failed their charge. Typhus came down up here to do the mortal wounds onto this tank. So I think he did like a ton of mortal wounds, like 5 or 6 mortal wounds onto this tank, 18 inches away. The battle cannon, or this bloat drone, helped shoot the tank. This one down here came up here, shot 36 inches into this tank to help Morty kill it. This guy scooted up and shot the tank and then charged the Ogren to kill the Ogren. And that was a huge turn too. So us killing 2 battle cannons, the 2-up save tank, the 1 Sentinel, keep the Gaunt's Ghost on the battlefield, and killing the 1 unit of Ogren, I now comfortably have this side of the table. So I still have 1 unit in reserves to kind of see what he does and see if I can get into a Dorn with my turn 3. So his turn, he's like, all right, if I can kill Morty, I might have a game. So this is what he starts doing. This was a pro play by my opponent, so I had to show off and take a picture. He falls back his Gaunt's Ghosts. He puts move on them so they can move 9 inches now. Falls them back 1 inch away from me, 2 inches away from each other, so that way I don't have enough movement to move 5 inches past them or to get out of line of sight of the Dorns. So that's what I thought he was going to forget. I was like, shit, if he falls back, I'm just going to move out of the line of sight of one of the Dorns, and I'm only going to get shot by 1 Dorn. But again, this is a good player. Pro player moves up, moves these guys in a perfect position, so that way I can't move him at all. So I just have to take it to the face, right? So I take 2 Dorns, make enough saves for him not to kill Morty, and it takes Morty down to 2 wounds, maybe? I don't know if that's 2 or 12 or 3. I know he was wounded, but he didn't kill Morty. So with Morty living, at that point, it's basically game. Because with Morty then being able to hop up, take over the home field objective, the other Death Shroud unit coming down and being able to charge the the guy over here, he basically puts whatever he can into my Mortarion. So he lined up this Dorn, moved that Dorn back outside 9 inches, so he wasn't in my aura of the -1 to hit. These guys kind of like moved back and try to protect his home field. I put my Plague Marines back in the Rhino. Rhino moves up. Other Plague Marines move up. These guys just move up and charge the Sentinel to get some type of movement forward. And then he moves up with still 1 wound left. So he lived on turn 1, still alive. The other one is now moving up this way. So he moves up this way to shoot and charge this tank over here to whittle him down, which we did. So we charged tank shock, killed him with the tank shock. Still have our backfield pretty protected. Typhus moves up to the center, does some mortal wounds, I believe, into that tank as well. Demon Prince moves up to play with the other Ogryn. These guys came down outside 6, charged the Ogryn, piled into the Dorn. So I couldn't get 6 inches of the Dorn, but I did get 6 inches into the Ogryn. So I charged the Ogryn, pile into the Dorn. I get 1, 2, 3 into the Dorn. This guy who has the Furnace, which is the Dev wounds. Here's where I told you what I was going to explain to you. Lord of Contagions go up 10 points. This is, by the way, this is after the points just came out. So I'm recording this on Wednesday. Points came out today, this morning. This guy is now 120 points, not including the 25 point upgrade with the Furnace, which I had to take off for points. So my list changed a little bit. I'll go over it at the end on game 6. But he charges into a Dorn. He gets hitting on 2s. 6s are lethals and sustains because he's leading a unit. So I believe I get 3 6s. So 3 6s get out of the pot and they're lethal. And then I put 3 dice back into my hits. So I hit, let's say, 5 times. I then get Lance because I'm leading a unit. So I'm strength 10 on this guy. So I wound on 5s down to 4s. So I then get a bunch of 4s. So let's say I get 4 4s. He fails all 4 saves. No, he fails 3 saves. So that's 3 damage each. That's 3, 6, 9. And then I get... Oh, no, I hit... Sorry. I did 3 lethal, so that's 3 automatically wounded. And then I wound him 4 more times. So that's 7 wounds. And of those, I had 2 6s. So he fails 4 saves. 4 4-up saves. He fails that. Then that's 12 damage. Right? And then I had 2 6s for Dev, which is another auto 6 damage. I just one-shotted a Dorn with a Lord of Contagion with the Furnace on the charge, which is just mind-blowing. Me and him were like, yeah, that just happened. And then at that point, it basically, again, was game. Because then Morty moves up here, doesn't kill it on the charge, but I steal his home field objective because I'm up 6-6. And then he can't really do anything. So at this point, one-shotting a Dorn with just my Lord of Contagion was kind of the nail on the coffin. We kill everything else on turn 5. We tabled them by turn 4 or 5, I believe. And then this is the end board state. So this is the final score. Again, this was kind of brutal after turn 2. We have 97 to 39. So he gets 8, so 16 on primary because we basically stole his primary on turn 4. He has 23 out of 40 for secondary. And then for us, we had 1 challenger card. We had 3 points on turn 2 because we only held our home field. So that gave us a challenger card. 13, 13, 15. So we had 44 with the challenger card out of 50, and then 40 out of 40 for secondary. So our secondary was spot on. So we finished up 97 to 39. The biggest thing that we talked about at the end of this game was how aggressive he was. And I said, you don't really want to give me your tanks. And he said, I think I needed to be aggressive because I can't wait back for your death shroud. And I was like, that's a fair point. I think it came down to this guy moving up to here and giving me that battle cannon. I think I would have kept the battle cannons, probably one right here and the other one waiting to get line of sight on something, and then using your Ogryn to get in combat as much as possible to push out my screens. So if he can kill the Poxwalkers and maybe the spawn, so if he puts his Ogryn, which are really hard to kill, into combat with the Poxes and the spawn, I'm not going to kill him back. And he is now pushed out my screen so far that I can't get to his tanks in the back. So then when my Death Shroud come down, he just lines up everything on the Death Shroud, and then all I have left is Morty and just random Plague Marines. So that is really the niche for him. Is I think he should have focused bringing like his Dorn this way, getting line of sight this way, the other Dorn peeking out this way, or being up here to shoot down this way. And if he can put his Ogre, like this unit should have been over here, put this Ogre unit into blocking me from getting to him, that would have been a little bit different of a game. Now the Assassin, again, that kind of sucks failing the charge, but if he would have, I guess, held off, because there's really nothing for him to kill besides the spawn. But then he probably could have killed the spawn, honestly. But he's anti-infantry, so he really wants to go after infantry. So move up, charge these Poxes turn 1, and then just kind of sit there. You don't really get your points back, but yeah, or just wait. Like if you honestly would have just waited a turn, you then could have just launched them up this way and definitely taken out the spawn or the Plague Marines. So, but yeah, again, all in all, great opponent, super fun guy. We talked a lot at the end of the game. But yeah, we definitely crushed this by turn 2, just killing what we really needed to kill with battle cannons, and then yeah, it was nice. So if you guys are interested in the coaching, we were number 1 Chaos Space Marine player, number 1 Grey Knight player. We're going for number 1 Death Guard player. This year we have LVO, Nova, and Worlds coming up. Even with the points changes, we're going to try and stick with Death Guard for the remaining of the year. But if you guys want coaching, head over to Patreon. All these videos come out on patreon.com first. You get competitive Dirtbags, which we go over list ideas, tactics, any questions you guys need. You get your own Patreon link in Discord. And if you guys want Grandmaster coaching, we actually do battle reports and one-on-one coaching with calls to kind of get you better at 40K in general. So I really appreciate it, guys. A lot of merch up on the merch store, so go check out that shit. A lot of the Typhus. I'm going to do a Lord of Contagion merch as well, so that's coming out soon. But guys, I really appreciate it. Rexar Lasers is working with us as well. Next game is going to be Death Guard back-to-back. So we have Death Guard on turn 5 or game 5, and then game 6 to finish out the 6-0 run at Lone Star Open. So guys, appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll see you in this brutal game of game 5 against Death Guard. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked number 1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the number 1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked number 1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setup that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going.
that is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.